Hello, people. Let me go back over here. Okay. So, oh my God, it's Colette. Did that bell finally fucking ring, mate? Ah, oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. How you been? How's things at your end? I just turned on my phone too. I just got back to the shop and a few people had asked me, when are you going live again? When are you going live again? And I thought, oh, I have to do it. Even though I had to go to the shop, and I thought, well, screw it. I'm going to run down the road, do what I got to do, and then run back home and kind of threw it together. And there you were. Hey, Wayne. Well, I'm kind of here today to update people on new things that I've heard, that I've experienced. So yeah, it's just kind of an update, I guess, because I want people to know what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, because for Perth, WA especially, there really isn't much getting out, you know. Nobody, unless I'm missing it somewhere on the internet. Um, I mean, I see the odd video of any rallies that have happened or whatever, but people's personal prick injuries, stuff like that, you know, things that they've seen or whatever. Um, I'm not seeing any of that, and that just isn't right, which means that it's being censored to the max. It's either that or people are too scared to put it up. So it's one or the other. But yeah, I was watching this morning. I was watching the last video that I put up on BitChute, and I thought, oh God, I can't do this. I can't watch anymore, because it gets me angry, it gets me frustrated, and yeah. So I know that everywhere else you guys have got to be shit, I don't know, close to anywhere between 10 o'clock and midnight if you're out of the country, if you're out of Australia. But terribly sorry. I do try to accommodate for the night owls. Hey mate, Sheriff, how you doing? But I mean, the night owls have got to go someplace too, right? You know, they can't just be locked out of everywhere. I mean, geez. I mean, all that news, Austria saying that, oh, Colette, okay, you're early. Hey, Hannah, 5:17 p.m. Why did I think it would be later? I always kind of guess I'm partially used to the fact that when I talk to my daughter, I have to keep trying to remind myself that she's 3 hours ahead. So I just put everybody as 3 hours ahead. 8 p.m. in Canada. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's not late. That's good. That's cool. But yeah, no, I was looking at stuff that was going on in Austria, and how the coppers over there are now literally hunting the unpricked. And I thought, you've got to be kidding me. And if it started there, you know it's coming our way. Oh, and for you guys in the States, my sympathies ahead of time. Um, I saw that the so-called what's his name? Um, you know, the old boy that likes to touch little kids and sniff hair and whatever. I heard that he actually handed over his role to Harris, and that he's heading in for some type of surgery. Watch out, people. I think you need to be very careful. I think you need to put on your seatbelts because the shit's going to get serious now. Is he going to come back even? Are they going to say that, oops, something went wrong and he carped it? No, fuck all of them, Colette. every one of them, no matter where they come from. But I just found it interesting, you know. So you would be 9 a.m. Actually, almost 9:30, mate. 9:20 to be exact, according to the computer. Hey, painful. So yeah, I think there's something's going on there. I don't know. I can't see him coming back. Um, can't see him coming back at all. My prediction would be that he carks it, or he's not well enough to come back. And then when the elections show up, Trump will give Camilla a run for her money, and everybody's going to be so elated that Trump has returned their savior, when he's in the same goddamn shit pool as they are. But yeah, humans be humans, right? Humans be humans. Because don't forget, on the Illuminati cards, there was that picture that looks extremely a lot like Trump. And on there it says, actually, no, whose prediction was it? Was it on the Illuminati card? Or was it a prediction that I heard that Trump was going to be the last president? So Portland Andy has Perth live on his stream. Has Perth live on his stream? Line straight, do you mean that he's restreaming? If he's restreaming, that's okay. I don't even know who Portland Andy is. Never heard of the guy. Never heard of the guy. Has Perth? No, has Portland Andy has Perth live on his stream? Oh, okay. Are you saying that somebody else is called Perth or whatever and they're live on his stream? Or, yeah, I'm not quite getting it, mate. It went over my head a bit. Also, summer when we are winter. Yes, that is correct. So yeah, my thing to the United States is put on your seatbelts because they're going to get serious now. They're going to get very serious because the Joker has left the stage. Now they're bringing in somebody else. Portland Andy is from Portland, so he is popping. Oh, okay, Sheriff. Okay, not a drama. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie. It doesn't matter. I mean, listen, if we can, at the end of the day, share information, I'm really not phased. I'm not phased as to if somebody does do it. You know what I mean? I mean, plus where it's just conversation, it's people sharing stuff. You know. I mean, the last time I was here, I was telling you guys, have you noticed, like if you listen out in your area and you notice more ambulances than normal? I had a visitor the other night, and she was telling me that a friend of her son's had gone in to get. I'm sorry, I'm going to break it there and just go sideways for a minute. what I seem to be finding out is many people here in Perth are getting the prick because they don't want to lose their jobs. This is what they've done to people, say. This is what they've done to people. But anyway, going back to my visitor, a friend of the son's had gone to get the jab. And he was sitting there waiting because there was other people like in front of him, and he's watching this one chick. This is here in Perth, getting the jab, and he says she just dropped dead. Straight after they gave it to her, he goes, she dropped dead. Has anybody that watches Perth News, Australia News, WA News, whatever, have you seen that anywhere? Reported anywhere? Apparently people know people that are sick. Last time I was on, I told you guys about the tinnitus and the eyesight, okay? I came across something unusual. I literally rang my doc, who is also my brother's doc, and I said to him, I said, listen, I says, I basically want to go and get a D-dimer test done, and I want my bro to go get a D-dimer test done too. And I was totally shocked as to what followed. He actually started getting angry. And he says, what do you need a D-dimer? Why do you need a D-dimer test? And I said, well, I'm a little bit sus. I said, the last month I've had a couple of blood noses, which are not normal for me. And I just want to see what my blood's doing. Oh, but your blood work came in and there's nothing wrong with your blood work. I said, yeah, but a D-dimer test looks closer and it tells you whether your blood is actually turning into clots, as in mini little clots. And then I said, and Tom, my bro, being vaccinated, I want to see what his blood is doing. He got angry with me. Oh, if you wanna pay for it yourself, the D-dimer test is a total waste of time. If you want to pay for it yourself and the results come back high or whatever, he goes, oh, I'm happy to give you your money back. And I'm left speechless because I'm listening to this and I can hear the tone in his voice. He's now shitty, right? Why would a doctor tell his patient who's asking to go get a test, why would a doctor object to that? Why would he not just say, well, listen, I really don't think it's going to show you much, or, just to put your mind at ease, I'll give you a thingy referral to go do it, whatever, and, just to put your mind at ease, but I really don't think that you would find anything. Yeah, no. He got shitty. That me and my bro wanted to get D-dimer tested. So test it out with your own doctors. Ask them that you want to go get a D-dimer test done. If they ask why, just say, listen, I've been hearing stuff and I just want to put my own mind at ease, okay? And see if they give you a referral. I don't know how it works in the States. I don't know how it works in Canada or whatever, but gee, Sheriff, everyone go subscribe to everybody else and get rid of all the people out of my live stream. Dude, really? Anyway, But yeah, I was totally spun out, okay? Totally spun out that he got shitty because of what I asked. Colette, are you still here? I mean, I can see the wow. I'm just wondering who the two people are that are still here. Thank you kindly for still being here. So yeah, I wanted to share that with everybody, for everybody to test their doctors out. Like I said, don't tell them. Just say, oh, people have been saying stuff, or I've been hearing stuff, or whatever, and just to ease your mind, just to make you feel better, whatever. Ask to get a D-dimer test and check out their reaction and come back and tell me what happened. I could not believe it. Everybody that I talk to now, I tell them, why would a doctor be upset over that? Do you know what I mean? I mean, for what reason? For what reason? Isn't a doctor there to keep you calm, to keep you whatever? Yeah, sure, no dramas. Painful, exactly. Like he almost, because see, I've been looking for documentation because I caught him out the other day. I don't know if I told you in my live stream, last live stream. I asked him, did he sign the document to consent for my bro to get jabbed, right? And he looked very surprised and said, no. He goes, I've got no documentation on that. So I went back to the company and I requested any documentation. I said, who authorised it? Because he would have had to have spoken to his own GP. Somebody must have authorised this. So they sent me the paperwork through. Well, there was this paper there, right? And it had consent to, right? Consent to having the jab, and his signature was underneath. So then I told him about this on the phone. This is at the same conversation that we're having the D-dimer. I said, Doc, I said, remember I asked you such and such? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, I'm looking at a document that's got your signature on it. And I said, I need to know whether this is your signature or whether somebody's farting around here. I said, would you like me to send this to you so that you can verify if it is or not? I sent it through and I got a response back saying, yes, it is his signature. So he can't tell me that he would not have had that on my bro's file, right? Now that I'm asking for D-dimer tests, he knows what I'm doing. He knows what I'm doing. I've sent a request off to Charlie Gardner Hospital here in Perth. Mind you, to get your own records here is ridiculous. You have to fill out a FOIA request. I said to the dude, I said, they're my friggin' documents. I said, that's my file, not yours. Oh, yeah, no, that's part of the process or whatever. And I thought, oh, go fuck yourself. But anyway, I sent off a request to find out if in my ambulance ride or on admission when I was out of it, did they swab me? So, but I was totally shocked. I was totally shocked to hear my mate tell me that this guy watched this chick here in Perth die. And I said to her, did you see it on the news? And she goes, no. Well, I haven't. And I stick my nose everywhere. Somebody would have fucking posted something. Somebody would have posted something. No, nada, nada. A friend of hers needed to take his child to the doctors. So they went to another hospital, a different hospital here in Perth, 36 hours they waited for that child to be seen in the emergency room. 36 hours. And she asked him, she goes, oh my God, she goes, how many sick people were there? And he goes, well, that's the funny thing. He goes, none of them looked like they were sick. He goes, most of them just walked in, normally walked in. There was no sign of illness, but they were there for 36 hours. So I don't know what's going on because, yeah, I mean, if these people had been sick, you could see it. Normally, you can see people aren't perky. People don't walk around. They'll find a chair, whatever. You'll hear them cough. You'll hear them sneeze. You'll see on their eyes that they're, you know, that they're sick. But 36 hours. Hey, Troy. Painful. There is millions of people dying. Millions of people dying. YouTube ain't going to tell you, okay? YouTube ain't going to tell you. You need to go to platforms like BitChute and what's the other one? Odyssey and all of those. Go look through all of those for that kind of information. All of that has been suppressed on YouTube. All of it. But yeah, I was shocked. Because you see, I kind of think like, and it made me think back to, for those that have followed me for a while, when I got fish poisoning and I was going to the doctor up the road, and he was going on, when I was trying to tell him about scombroid poisoning or whatever, which is fish poisoning, bacteria from fish, and he was saying, I don't know what that is. So I wanted to be polite, and I thought, well, if I send him the emails, he'll know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Because you just want to educate people. We don't all know everything about fucking everything. And after I sent it to him, the next time I went up there, he pretty much very politely told me, go find yourself another doctor, and when you do, we'll send your files through. So politely, he told me to fuck off. That's what it reminded me of. And then this one, I thought, with me asking, is that his signature? I'm obviously tracking down what's been happening with my bro since I wasn't his medical guardian. He's obviously pooping in his pants because if I come back and I find that shit's not right with my bro, I'm going to start asking more questions. But he got fucking angry. Oh, what do you need to do? What D-dimer? Why are you asking about a D-dimer? And I says, well, I've had a couple of, I need to look up your nose. And I said, well, no, I don't need you to look up my nose. I said, I just want to go get tested to see what's going on with my blood. He got fucking angry. D-dimer, it's a waste of time. And if you're prepared to pay for it, he says, I'll send you for it. But if you're prepared to pay, well, who the fuck else did he think was going to pay for it? Who else was going to pay for it? I wasn't asking him to pay for it. You're prepared to pay for it, and the test results come back and they're showing Lord knows what. He goes, I'm quite happy to give you your money back. I was left stunned, and I just kind of thought, well, okay, I know where you're sitting now. I hear you, right? I hear you. So I just said, oh, okay, doc, no problems. I'll take your word on it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go with my bro to a medical centre down the road from me. And I'm going to find a random doctor and I'm going to ask him that I want my bro and me to be D-dimer tested because it's just they take your blood. It's no different to having your blood taken normally. The only difference is when they examine it, they look deeper into it. That's the difference. That's the D-dimer test. Your normal standard CAT scan, whatever you're doing, normal blood tests can't see the same thing that a D-dimer test sees. That's the only difference. So why would he be that upset? Why would he be that upset? Oh, hi, Gut. I saw that, mate. I saw you put that video up, and I went across and had a look, and I'd seen it before on the other platform. I'm surprised they allowed it, but no, I'm not really, okay? Because let me tell you something. We are no longer, okay? They're going to keep pushing this issue, and they're going to keep changing shit. I don't know if you people have heard about driver's licenses, how on the driver's licenses to come, it's actually going to have on there whether you've been jabbed or not. The video. Has anybody seen that, where the licenses are going to change? For the ones in WA here, have you seen McGowan put out the report yesterday or the day before that they're chasing after everybody in the Pilbara to get the prick numbers up, and they're pretty pissed off because a lot of those that haven't been pricked are the Aboriginal communities. They definitely want to get them jabbed because they don't they spend too much money on them. They need to go. Rumble's not shutting the truth down, mate. Expert, hey, everything that I have put up, everything, actually not Rumble, BitChute, everything that I have put up on BitChute, not one thing has come back with a warning. It doesn't matter how gross it looks. It doesn't matter, what side of the story you're telling. They have not given any kind of warning to me or anybody that I've heard of. So, I mean, usually I'll come across, sometimes I'll see, people have put up videos going, screw YouTube or whatever, they just took down my channel, da 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 da. So I know that BitChute definitely, for me anyway, they have not stopped any of my videos going up. No warnings, no nothing. I mean, yeah, I have problems getting the videos up. I mean, they're trying because apparently they're funding or whatever, and they recently fixed up the upload section, which is great because my videos practically go up almost immediately. I did contact them. They were awesome. They got straight back to me and said, that they're trying to make the uploads better or easier for people. And they did. And then at first, while they were trying, it wouldn't accept small pictures or any size pictures or whatever. And then it was giving me grief over the size of the video. So I wrote back, I replied again, and I said, this is what it's doing now. And then within a day, not even a day, I went back to re-upload other videos and the problem had been sorted. So that's how good the staff is at BitChute, as in like support staff. Rumble, I don't know. I know that I saw somebody talk about Odyssey, that Odyssey was changing their policies, whatever. Don't know about Rumble. But yeah, I can only talk about the ones really that I'm on. And for anybody that wants to start a thingy on BitChute, do so. They have not busted my ass over anything. And trust me, there are videos that I've seen of other people's that are way worse than what I post up. And yeah, no, they're not blocking anything from what I can see. But yeah, going back to doctors and whatever, people am in shock. Could not believe it. Could not believe it. Could not believe it that a doctor would get angry over that. Instead of just simply saying, well, to ease your mind, here you go, pick up the script or whatever, not the script, the fucking referral. Nah, nah. Oh, if you're prepared to pay for it, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm going, dude, your colours are showing. Your colours are showing. Stop it. You don't know how to play the game properly. And this is what happens when you question people. This is what happens when you question. You need to question everybody. You need to question everything. Because they have played God for years. People just go there, people just accept what is given to them, people just believe them. Now that they're being questioned, they don't like it. They don't like it because they know people are going to find out their true colours. I did, under a couple of videos in the description on BitChute, I did say to people if there was anybody from Perth that wanted to share their story, as to you know, whether people are having reactions and stuff like that or whatever, and they want to share it with people but they can't. I did leave it on there. I told them to let me know. I'll put it up. I don't have a problem putting it up, even if it's on here. If you guys know anybody that's in Oz that's experienced anything or whatever, but they don't want to put it up or can't put it up, let them know that I'm quite happy to do it. You only need four more subs. Oh, okay, no dramas. Go over, people. Go hit the sub button on Guts channel. But yeah, I needed to share. Hey Gary, how you doing? I couldn't get over it. Couldn't get over it. And I definitely know now. That the sister that actually got jabbed, her episode with the tinnitus and the sight loss, definitely a side effect, an adverse reaction, definitely, because I went and I checked into it, and it's definitely on the list. Both of those things are on the list. Yeah, see, I also think, I kind of think that, I kind of think also that the doc may be, train of thought, come back. Okay, give me a minute, it'll come to me. Well, God, that's the thing is that nobody, like I said, am I missing this? Am I not seeing it? Am I not going to the right platform? And I know that people share from platform to platform, but nobody is putting up stuff to say this is what happened. You know what I mean? And sad to say, people, that um, I found out that a lot more members of my family here and overseas have actually been vaccinated. So it doesn't matter, I mean, it gets to the point, like I said to somebody yesterday, you can't teach somebody who doesn't want to be taught. You can't tell someone who doesn't want to listen. You can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. And that's a hard pill to swallow for me. Yeah, Gary, not where I'm posting. Here, yes. Here they will. I literally have had videos literally deleted and gotten a strike for a video that I posted that is already on YouTube and still on YouTube. You know what I mean? So it depends, I guess, who posts what. Depends on who you are. Oh, with that McGowan thing about WA and how he's thinking of locking out the Pilbara until they get to 90%. They're also their also intention. Another thingy that he's also put out is that they're going to go door to door, and that's in WA. Door to door. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I know. This is not going to end well for any of us. For the people that have the opportunity, get the fuck out of the city. It'll give you a fighting chance. That's my first thing. Start growing shit. Been saying it for ages. Start growing shit. Start stocking up on food. Been saying that for a very long time. Gary, nothing of what I have put up on BitChute has ever been cut. Nothing. Not even a warning. TikTok, I know, has. They will. They delete it. I don't know about Rumble. YouTube, definitely. BitChute, like I was saying earlier, nothing. Nothing, you know? Gut, is that here in Australia? And from what I hear, Gary, too, they're putting up a hell of a fight. They're putting up a hell of a fight. So, but the thing with BitChute is they need financial support, you know, because obviously um, they're not run or paid off by a corporation or whatever. You know, so they're dependent on people's financial support. Hey, John. Hi, everyone. Kicking off in Holland, Rotterdam. Yes, I saw that. I saw that. Where else too? Netherlands. I was watching the Netherlands. Cops firing. I don't know whether they were rubber bullets. I don't think they were real bullets. I may be mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I only watched one short video on it where people are fighting back like all hell. And apparently they were not just protesting about other stuff, but they were protesting about 2G. So the last link was an American, I think. Yeah. See, the ones that I'm looking for is anybody in Australia, you know, anybody in Australia that has any injuries to report. If you can't do it yourself, send me an email. I'm not hard to find. I will respond to you. I will put up your story. It won't be here, but your story will get out. Colette, the judicial system, as I've said to people before, was never designed to help the people. It was designed to keep their buddies out of jail and to keep us in line. That's it. It was never designed to help humanity. So anybody that actually gets a win from those places, kudos to you. That first link was the Aussie chick. Oh, was that the video that they took down, Gut? Yeah. Like I said, I have seen videos from people from the UK, from the United States, from other countries, people putting up, reporting, filming their family in hospital, whatever, and people showing it. The only ones that I'm not seeing that much of is Australia. So they really must be fucking hammering down on that. Yeah, see now if I took that same video, Gut, and I put it up on this channel, guaranteed within a second I would get a strike. I would get a strike and they would not put it back up. Because when I appeal something, no sooner do I send that appeal through, I can guarantee you that I get a automated reply in my inbox telling me we have reviewed your appeal and no, fuck you. Kiwi, where are you at? Hey, protesting going well. I should know, but sorry, I don't. Hey, Joe Buzz. But yeah, this is regardless of what anybody thinks. You know, I was listening to to somebody last night talking about it, and this is a guy that has been in the system, right? In the military, he's been in the system. He knows people who know, and he was letting rip because somebody called him, asked him, is he the opposition or is he the controlled opposition or something or other? The guy he turned feral. He turned fucking feral. And he said, don't sit home on your couch and bust people's asses that are trying to fucking do something. And I even though he went off his tits, I don't blame him. I don't blame him because the only way that anything is going to stop any of this that's going on anywhere in the world, and that's numbers. And I've been screaming numbers for a long time. You don't need hundreds of people or hundreds of thousands. You need millions. Because this is no longer whether you got pricked or didn't get pricked. It's got nothing to do with it. You got duped. You got duped. We all did. You got duped. It's that simple. You got conned. You got fooled. And shit won't change until you accept that. Once you accept the fact that you have been fooled, then you can plan on where you're going to go to next. But while people are still trying to put a front up and go, no, 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 this is about health, it's got fuck all to do with health. Fuck all to do with health. Yes, there is something out there. It's a nasty flu, okay? Yes, it's going to hurt people that are already on statin drugs where their immune system is already been blocked by medication. Is it what we've been told? No. 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 And like one guy was saying, I heard him say, the reason that they pretty much want to put all of this into people, okay, is because they figured out what's going to happen if everybody decides to ditch their mobile phones. They won't be able to track them. Hence is why they're pushing so hard. If you haven't seen that poster that I posted here on YouTube yesterday, if you haven't seen that, go and read it and ask yourself, does that have any truth to it whatsoever? If shit was just honky-dory, if everything was the way that we've been told that it was, go and read that. Shit can't change until people come to the realization that they've been conned. It's that simple. It's that simple. And don't feel bad that you got conned because billions of people got conned. Billions. The whole world got conned. All of humanity, apart from the fuckers in the know, got conned. So don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. Because the quicker you open up, you'll always find somebody that will try and give you some advice as to how to help, as to what you can take, whether it be herbal or otherwise, to try and build up your immune system in your body. Get out and get some fucking sun on your skin. Stop believing the bullshit. Stop believing the bullshit that you shouldn't stay out there, yada, yada. I'm obviously not saying go out there and get fucking fried, you know? But get outside. Get some fucking sun on your skin. Get some vitamin D. If you can't afford herbs or you can't afford whatever, buying them, you can get yourself oranges and lemons and whatever that you normally buy as part of your groceries and pump your body with vitamin C. If you don't know about chelation, it's just a simple thing of eating different foods that bind the junk in your body so that your body can actually get rid of it. I mean, none of this, from what I've heard, my opinion only, none of this is going to 100% save anybody fully, because I don't know who got what, okay? It seems that this is a Russian roulette prick, right? All I'm saying is, Jan, yes, if you look up chelation, it will tell you, just ask what foods like that you would eat for chelation, and you've got stuff like potatoes, you've got stuff like eggs, you've got stuff like Brussels sprouts. There's a numerous amount of stuff that you can find that you can just eat, and it binds the junk. It will bind heavy metals, for example, so that it can help your body get rid of it, like this, crap it out, basically. You know, piss it out, crap it out, whatever. No, I'm saying with the chelation, if you just like Google what foods can I use for chelation, or just put up chelation, majority of places will have a list of different foods that you can eat or that you can add to your diet. And believe it or not, most of the stuff that is there is stuff that people eat, but probably not enough of. Do you know what I mean? Because they're not aware of what it can do. Oh, listen, ex-boot, they all need to be hung. You know, if there were ever a time to bring that noose into the friggin' courtyard, now would be the time. Double jab peasants with masks having a picnic here in the park, calling it freedom. Do you see what I mean? But people, listen to me. This is. It goes deeper than that. If you actually look at it, I mean, just for yourself, for your own benefit, for not benefit, for your own peace of mind, sake of mind, for your own research, for your own whatever word you want to use. Keep an eye on the people that you know around you, that you know, okay? You know their habits, you know their ways, whatever. Keep an eye on them, and you will see that their personality changes. Their personality changes. I test shit for myself. I test shit for myself. I mean, Jan, obviously that's a good thing, is to stay away from processed foods in general, but there are certain foods that will help your body dispose of heavy metal. It's not all foods. It's only certain foods that will help your body dispose of heavy metal. Yeah, Colette, they're doing, like I said to everybody, everybody's trying to say, Constitution, Constitution. Sadly, and this is every country, sadly, they wipe their ass on it. They wipe their ass on it because they're going to get rid of all of that. The New World Order cannot have a constitution. The New World Order cannot have a list of files of every country's constitution. It's not about that. New World Order, one world government is their rules or no rules, their way or the highway. Well, at the moment, they're showing us our highway. So you either follow and accept, which is what people are still doing, or you choose the highway. They're very morbid. Correct before they would interrupt and comment on communication. Now that you have stand and listen, they can't work it out. The jobs have raised eyebrows. Mate, see, I'm getting the opposite because when I try to tell somebody, they start defending it. They start defending it. The minute I see that, that's it. I don't bring it up anymore. I thought at first it was just the simple fact of somebody just not wanting to know, but it's not. Because there's other people that you could talk to openly before, and all of a sudden, it's different. It's different. I'm only going by what I see. Oh, God, listen, there's so many people, like I said, and I know that for a fact. There's going to be so many people that are stubborn, that are pig-headed, that are whatever, you know, that are going to be scared of being called dumb because they're seeing it over the internet, that are going to be called fucktards, Lord knows what. Um, the simple fact is that if you say something, don't worry about what other people are going to say and why you got jabbed. What you need to worry about now is how to try and make yourself better, or at least to protect yourself in some fucking form or fashion. I mean, to me, just jumping from, which is what I do sometimes, from chat to chat, just to see who's talking about what and whatever, and who's doing what, and just to keep up on the news, I guess. There are so many people that still have no knowledge of what is going on. They're attempting to discuss it, but majority of their information is not correct. But when you try and tell people, like I said, you can't teach somebody that doesn't want to be taught. You can't save somebody that doesn't want to be saved. You can't show somebody that doesn't want to see. Yes, Colette, that is another one. It's cilantro as well, yes. Putting us under stress about getting the prick. Oh, listen. Oh, Gary, that's just, they have to pull it all down. How can you have a New World Order, a one world government, and still keep the same fucking history being taught at school? I mean, not that I fucking believe any of it anymore anyway, because I don't know what the hell to believe about history, but they can't have any of that. I told people a long time ago, people start buying books. Go to op shops, go to fucking garage sales, go wherever, start buying books because books will become a rarity. Shit will disappear. It's already disappearing. It don't matter if you think that the book is junk or that it doesn't interest you. Buy it because something in there might have it might be pertaining to history or this, that, and the other, where you can show somebody down the track, or your child can show somebody down the track, and so it's funny that I bring that up because it just reminded me of something. I just recently watched 2 seasons of the actual TV series is called See, SEE, as in eyes to see, right? So it's just called See. And it's, I think his name is it Jason Momoa? He was in one of the the Atlantis Avenger movies or whatever, that main guy. He's in it, okay? And it's kind of like that kingdomy type scene. You've got the forests and you've got the kingdoms and yada yada yada, and they're all blind. They're all blind. And the odd child, and there's not many, they are born with eyesight. And in this particular series, there's a couple of kids that are born. Now, their father had left them a box. He hid it and he left them a box and he gave somebody the key and said, when my children get to such and such an age, you need to show them this. What was in the box? Books that taught these kids, that taught themselves, because they were the only ones that could see. He gave them instructions on how to teach themselves to read the books, and that the books will tell them how the humans before, the generations way before, fucked up society and literally destroyed themselves. So if you want to go watch it, it was brought out in 2019. 2020 didn't have a season from what I can gather. 2021 is the second season. So there's only 2 seasons to it. I think there is 8 episodes per season. But the scenery, while these people are walking around blind, the scenery is all rusted up and fucked up, smashed planes, all rusted and busted up discs. You know, those big discs that they use for transmission and shit like that, and talking to the fucking aliens. All the high-rise buildings, you can see it's crumbled, it's old, it's yada yada. Humanity destroyed itself with their technology. It's funny that I should have, yeah, but anyway. And normally I like that guy. I don't know how I didn't find that before. And I just randomly came across it a few days ago. Kiwi, absolutely, absolutely. You know, it's messed up. It's messed up, mate. It's messed up. Like I said, that poster thing that I put up the other day on YouTube, if you can read that and still after all of that say it's bullshit, that what we're talking about, that it's a lie, then you're simply one of those that just can't be saved. You don't want to be saved. It's not because we're not trying. It's not because of lack of effort on our part. It's simply because you just don't want to be saved. Nobody's asking you to believe anything. The only thing that people ask of most people is keep an open mind and listen. Listen to what is out there. Oh Jesus, why didn't you people remind me that to stick a link in the thingy? I always forget. There you go. But yeah, it's not good, and it's going to get worse. But again, if somebody is listening and they don't participate in the chat because they don't want to be known, or they don't want people to know that they're here, or whatever the case may be, if you are one of those and you have been pricked, billions of people in the world have also been. Billions of people. All the elderly that what you just push the fucking button. Exactly. Carrie, exactly. Exactly. If that series, the TV series, hang on, let me write it for you. The TV series, it's got 2 seasons. And I'll go one better. Hang on. I'll go one better if I can open it up. You will find it, because a lot of places you won't be able to find it unless you register or this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to take you right to the page where you can watch it, okay? So copy that link, all right? Copy that link and you can go there and you can watch it and you'll see. I mean, there's the odd little bit in there that's far-fetched and whatever, because like when you watch them fight and stuff like that and you think, how do they know who they're fucking killing, and how do they know that the guy that they're about to stab isn't one of their own? Because they're all blind, right? And then I had to laugh to myself and I thought, I wonder if each one of them has like certain BO that they know them by. But it's not, you got to look past that. You got to look past all of that in this shit that we watch, right? But it's literally telling you. If they go to this one, 22po58@gmail.com. If they send it there and if they just title it with injury or Perth injury or WA injury or Oz injury, whatever, Oz story, that will get to me faster than if it just pops up randomly. If there's no title, I mean, I usually go through all and purge spam and junk and shit like that. So rather than it get lost, Um, if they can just make sure that the title specifies something, that way I can find it. But yeah, it was just the fact that we're talking about it. Um, Gary, it's up to you if you want to pop up, pop up. I just totally forgot to put the fucking link in, and I only remembered a little while ago. I just dropped it into chat a minute ago. But yeah, talking about books, and it's quite funny because the more it goes towards the end of the second season, actually no, I won't tell you for those that want to actually go watch it and see what I mean. Towards the end of the second season, you can see you can see why humanity fucked itself up and how easy it would have been to do it, because it shows you what these sighted children learn, what is made from there by them having that knowledge, and really you don't even have to take it any further than that. You just know how could I say, no, not in caps, not in caps. All lowercase. But really, in Gmail, it shouldn't. Well, it shouldn't matter in most places if you put it in caps. It usually, I type everything in caps, and if it's not meant to be, it converts it down to lowercase. So, but yeah. Hey Gary, how you doing? But
Good. How are you?
good. But it's very easy to see, like I said, at the end of the series, how it would get to where we are now. I mean, obviously, we look at the fact that it came from cavemen, and how did the cavemen discover fire? And one rock hit the other rock, and a fire started, and yada yada yada. But when you look at this, it tells you what knowledge does to people and how it's used. It's not always used. Like I've said before, these people that are so fucking brainy, that invent machines and technology and all this stuff, never stop to think that it might come back and bite all of us in the ass.
Just watch that movie Terminator. That's what it's going to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%, mate. 100%.
A lot of people don't realize we've been getting jacked around since the 40s. Um, Basically, since John F. Kennedy, after he got assassinated, his deal was he was going to delete and get rid of the CIA. And, that's what happened to him. So from then on, all the presidents, they've all been groomed by the Rockefeller Foundation.
Yep.
And it's all for the same agenda, the New World Order. So, and everything that people are going through, it's fear factor. It's either a disease that's going to kill everybody, and then when that calms down, oh, we got this war, it's going to come to the states, or it's over here, and it's a disease of war, a disease of war, it's a disease of war, and then it's weapons of mass destruction they never found. I don't believe any of that stuff. Just
Me
like
either.
just like one of the towers, I know quite a bit about construction. There's no way 102-foot or a two-story tower is going to fall down in its own footprint unless it was done with, to
Controlled
drop it
demolition.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole thing is just, it's all bullshit. It's to put fear and terror in everybody so that they'll run to the government and the government will protect them, and they'll give them this little lull of peace and everything is good, and then they'll jack it back up again a little bit farther. You know, Ronald Reagan did a speech one time and said something about wouldn't it all be different if we were all involved in a all-out global war, say with like aliens and all
Yep.
that. You know, he already set the stage
Yep.
for
I
what's going to
remember that.
happen. Yeah, for he set the stage for what's going to happen in the next probably 5 years or less.
Hmm. Where he turned around and said that humanity would come together, humanity would unite.
Yep, yep. So I think, well, I'm sure they already have that. A lot of the stuff they're talking about, the TikToks and all that, I'm sure that's all, ours. And they'll break it out and they'll use it and they'll probably kill a lot of people and they're drones, so they'll shoot them down and it's like we save the world and everybody will be all on board. But think about it, really, if aliens came across light years and galaxies and all that to get here, what the hell we got here just gonna stop it? And they've been here all along.
I mean, if you look, Gary, there's the last video that I posted on, because I try and collect the best videos that I can find, okay, and put them onto BitChute. I don't actually make my own videos. I've probably made maybe one or two myself, right, or put
Uh-huh.
them together. But most of them, I just try to find the best information that I can so that it's all in like one place. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you watch in there, the guy actually covers how far back the CIA were involved in making experimental drugs, poisons to poison people. Like you said, this goes back fucking decades, mate.
Oh, it's all the way back into biblical time, because if you start in actually, if you can find an Old Testament Bible, there's lots of chapters that's left out when they revised it and made the New Testament. It's like Ezekiel talks about the gods in the skies and war, and they're describing spaceships, and they just cut all that out because they don't want you knowing about that. It's
Yeah, but the thing is though, when that day arrives, people won't know. This is the thing where and I have never read a Bible, but I've heard people say that my people will die from a lack of knowledge.
yep.
Okay. We're living that today. Okay. Whoever the hell wrote that, wherever they got it from, we're living it today. Going by what you were saying or what you just said earlier, the military man that was sitting in my house that said to
You went silent. Damn it.
me,
There you go. You went silent for a little bit, and you're silent now.
Hello, 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 hello. Can anybody hear me? Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Motherfuckers. Add myself. Well, we heard you for a little bit, motherfuckers, and I don't want the Karens and the Darrens. I'm hearing a buzz. Okay, can you hear me now? Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Earth to Mars. Is anybody out there? We are surrounded by aliens. Aliens of the human species, or the humankind. Ah, good, good. Hey, Don. Checky, checky, checky. Damn it, I should play some fucking music. At least then I would know why I'm getting hammered. You know? Ah, I guess military men are not just in the house. Yeah, there you go. You guys heard me. Listen, just give me one second. I'm just going to run into the other room. If you can go back and find where the link is, you can use the link to jump up. I can't post it. It won't let me post the link to my live stream in the comment section. That's a new one. I'll be back in 1 second. I need to go get cigarettes because if I don't, I'm going to finish my laptop. I'm on my way back. Oh, let's open this window. We're going past. Let some more air in. It's a beautiful day today here. It's just fucking wonderful. I don't even know if I'm still alive. Well, it doesn't tell me to try again, so I guess, yeah. So I guess we can't, hang on. Let me try paste, maybe now. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Well, see how long this lasts again.
Damn it, Gary, it was all your fucking fault. I'm blaming you for that.
The last couple times I come up, they kick you off. I love you, but I'm gonna have to start just not coming up and hang out in the chats and talk shit.
Hey, listen, this is the third live stream that I got booted off. Remember, 2 live streams.
Going again.
Okay, I'm back. Let's see how long it goes. Let's see how long it goes. Like I said, I was sitting here laughing for a bit. Oh, Kiwi, it is funny. It's fucking hilarious, dude. I mean, how many years have I been doing fucking live streams? I've never had a fucking issue. I mean, unless YouTube takes it down, okay? But to actually do a live stream, never an issue. Now, all of a sudden, no, you can't go. And I know that I had, it's not like I've run out of hours, okay? It's not like I've run out of hours. Hello, Colette.
Hi, how are you doing? I don't have a picture, but I have my camera covered. If I don't want to be on TV, I'm a mess. How do I put a icon in there? Hello.
And we're back again. Back again. See, Gary, it's not you. And here comes Colette for a second try, and she's coming down the straight.
Shit, I don't know. I can't see. Oh, it says chat. Will it throw chat in there? No.
Pardon?
This phone, they're deleting my phone and
And there goes Colette. It was nice knowing you, Colette. Come back sometime. You know, is it going to be me that's next? Hold fire. Are we spinning over here? Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to connect you. Successfully connected. Okay, so I'm. Oh no, I disappeared. Oh no, I disappeared. Why am I not on YouTube? Hang on, hang on. Why am I not on YouTube? Hang on. Hold one fire. Oh no, yeah, we're spinning. We're spinning. Okay, hang on. Let me go back over here. Somebody tried. And Colette's back in the racing.
I spelled my name wrong.
Oh, this is too funny.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm here. Let's see
Gary,
how long.
yeah, Gary, if you want to come up, come up. This has got nothing to do with any person in particular. It isn't. Like I said, this is not the first stream. My last stream was like this. The stream before was like this, where they literally cut me off and I couldn't get back into my own panel, so I had to end it all. So it's not any person in particular. I just don't like masks.
Well, the last time I fell off, I pushed the back button, so I think that one was my fault because it took me off. And I just wanted to, like it says, you're in the show, everybody can see and hear you, but I can't see the chat. There was a button said push for chat, and I pushed for chat, and it didn't come up with anything, so I pushed back, hoping it would just go out of chat, and it took me all the way out.
Can you see Kiwi Bear's comment? It says, Gary, talk fast. You only have 28 seconds.
I just mixed
boy.
me a margarita. I'm doing fine.
You need to have a double because it won't last long.
Well, smoke some pot with it.
There you go.
You know, can't go wrong there.
No. No, it's all good. Just, get in your own little zone. I think we lost Perth already.
I don't know. She's still, her icon's still up.
Yeah, I know. She was laughing and just went blank.
Oh. I don't know.
If you're on your phone, you can't read the chat. You can either be up here and talk, but you can't see what nobody's saying.
Yeah. Do you know who Roadhog is?
Roadhog? No,
yeah.
not really.
Okay. I know Perth does. He's got a channel, and I just thought about him today. I thought, I have not seen anything come up from his channel in a long time. And so then I went looking through my channels, and we lost her entirely.
Yeah,
then I was looking through my channels, and then I got distracted, so I didn't find out if, how they're deleting channels. Who the hell knows?
Oh, look at that. They just booted me out of my own fucking panel, but you guys were still there. That's a new one.
Well, I think that's happened to me on other streams, where if we just keep talking and you come back in, then it's the same stream.
Oh no, Colette, last time they wouldn't let me do that. I came, I literally, it told me to go and start, do I want to start a live stream? And I'm like, and it's showing there that I've already got one. So why the fuck would I want to start a new one? and I could see them. The I'm pretty sure it was Gary and Grey Dude, and I could see them on the
Yeah,
panel. I couldn't get back into my own panel, so I had to literally stop everything.
Yeah,
I think
one time you dropped off and we kept talking for a while, and then in the middle of us talking, it just dropped off entirely. That must have been the last time. I don't know. I
Colette,
wasn't on the panel.
do you have an attorney that's taking care of that, or are you doing it yourself?
Well, I have an attorney who's a fucking blooming idiot. That it's one they gave me, you know.
Uh,
Don't tell anybody, but I mean, use him to get the evidence because I don't know how to subpoena the evidence, right?
you go
And
to the courts and you do a FOIA request, and they have to give you everything that the police have and everything that is involved in that case. But that US 18242 that talks about your civil rights and how they're violated, you actually have 2 lawsuits.
well, I got arrested for see, it's illegal for them to arrest you for no mask because
Hello
um
again.
hi, you're back again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
She just stopped by to visit, us on her channel.
Don't mind me, I'm laughing because Gut wrote in the thingy, we can run this without you, persons.
Well, tell me any of the good funny stuff they write because I can't see shit. Yeah,
Okay, we might be something now, but this will become the new normal. Yeah,
Peggy
no.
Hall has really prepared me for this shit. She, you know, and the more they postpone it, the more crap she comes up with that I can use. You know, I mean they're like, "Well, you absolutely freaked out and used the word fuck 35 minimum times and said I wish you and your kids and your family was all dead." I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. They threw me on the ground and kneed me in the back like I'd been in there robbing the place.
Okay, so
When I was
the person that was harassing you, telling you all that, that's verbal harassment. That's a year in prison. It's a $10,000 fine.
not
When they
only
put their
that,
hands,
they
well,
discriminated against me. They
well, no,
discriminated against me for medical purposes.
right, but that's still a
Because I
violation of your rights. So that US 18242 comes into effect. Now, if they put their hands on you, it's 10 years, 10,000. So whoever
they put
threw
their
you
hands on
down,
me when I was standing there waiting for a receipt.
right?
A cop's job, the first thing a cop's supposed to do is de-escalate. I was waiting for a receipt on a canceled order that I made over the internet, and all the guy had to do was write something down on a piece of paper, and the cops didn't go get it. The man came back and he said, "Well, I canceled it on the internet. You can look on the internet and verify that." And there's a cop on either side of me within a foot of me, and I'm like, "No, I want a receipt." And
That's
he
your
could have
legal
wrote
right.
anything, and he didn't do it. And so, and the cops, they didn't de-escalate. They threw me on the fucking ground. Oh, I was so pissed off. And I mean, they hurt me so bad because I have a majorly bad back. And so them doing that, it hurt me so bad. I mean, they tried to say, as they were cuffing me, I threw myself face first onto the ground. And the
Okay, so
manager did not report it to his higher ups. So the video is
we'll see.
gone.
Right, we'll see how this works. Is the police officers that did that, they violated your rights, therefore they lose their qualified immunity, and you can sue both of those police officers plus the guy there that started the whole thing. So you actually
Well,
have
and
3
then
lawsuits.
no, I got another one too. They took me to the hospital once and they said, "You want to get the COVID?" They checked me out because they had beat me up. So, I mean, not fist beat me up, but I'm 62 and I'm frail. I mean, really frail. And so they took me to the hospital one time, and then I apparently, because I got the hospital paperwork, and it says um, we we offered extra services and she denied them. So I've been arrested. There's cops there. They take me to the hospital. Then I spend a day, 2 nights, I believe, but I completely lost track of time, but it wasn't 36 hours. They take me back to the hospital, and I, I had turned into a maniac again. I turned into a turtle once they put me into the jail, and I didn't eat anything, and I didn't have I mean, they broke every blood vessel in my wrists. My hands were swelled up like huge gloves. Anyway, I couldn't even use them. I couldn't push the fucking button to get the water fountain to work. I couldn't get off the toilet because I need handles on a normal day, not after you beat the shit out of me, you know? I mean, they cuffed me in the back and then picked me up like a sack of potatoes and threw me into the fucking car. After they need me in the back, I was in so much pain, it was ridiculous. And I was calling them all kinds of names, and they're like, you know, oh, and then I had these sneakers on that have cloth on top. And so they're not even a fucking sneaker, really, right? And they apparently, when we got to the, jail place, I mean, I'm standing there, and there had to be 20 to 30 cops in there. And I don't know why, but it was right after January 6th. And who knows? It happened on January 11th. But there's this giant room full of cops. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. They were all standing there. And I pan my head as I scream. I mean, I'm screaming. Does anybody in here know California Civil Code 51, which says you can't discriminate against anybody because of medical issues? And I mean, it's as specific as you can get. You know, Peggy Hall went over the law. She went over she's like, oh, what's a place of commerce? Well, let's look up the word commerce. And I mean, she went over every little thing. So they wouldn't let me in the store originally. So I got pissed off, but finally, I mean, the only place I can buy kelp pills is there. And so but I've never bought them at that store before. So they wouldn't let me in. So finally, I decide to make the order over the internet, and I never done it before. And I had to make 3 fucking phone calls. And one of the questions was, I want to get something off of the sales sheet. Are the prices the same on the internet as on the sales sheet? And the guy goes, yeah, they're all exactly the same. Well, I order $80 worth of vitamins, and I drive up to the store, and there's this sign out front that they would put out in front of a cafe, one you'd chalk on, you know, not huge, but not small. Right. And it says all vitamins half price. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're gonna rip me off for $40. I haven't got $40 to just throw out the window. And so when I ordered, I kind of knew the law, but by the time the order came, I knew that they could not discriminate against me, no matter what their fucking policy says. They can't make a policy that breaks the law. Right. You know, you can't say everybody who comes in today must be wearing brown shoes. Anyway, so I've just listened to her, and she's I might have this one, but at one
well, you know,
I don't know. Right now they're just doing the fuck with me thing. Can you imagine them paying for a courtroom, a whole courtroom for the time it would take, and all the jurors and all the people involved in the fucking thing to put me on trial for not wearing a mask when I have medical conditions that I can prove are medical conditions. And it's
Well,
and my
just
lawyer just keeps going, well, if you take an anger management class, then that might look good for the judge. I got taught because they have these you get together with the judge. It's
so what you
supposedly,
do is you look at your attorney, your little attorney they gave you, because he works for the government, so he's on
I
their side.
know.
And when he says that, you just look at him and go, "Fuck you! You're violating my rights too, motherfucker. Just another person to put on a lawsuit."
Yeah, I actually said he said, even the cops are like, well, if they want me to leave, they can make me leave. And I'm like, no, they can't. No, they can't. And I'm screaming. There's this room full of cops, and I pan my
Hey,
head and I scream, does anybody know California Civil Code 51? And I pan my head back slowly, and I eye contact every fucking one of them. Can't tell you what else they were doing, but every single one of them said no. Until one at the very end, one guy in the very back, he goes, well, I know it. And I go, well, thank fucking God. Pull that fucking thing up and teach all these motherfuckers California Civil Code 51, because if they're out there with the goddamn gun on their side, then they ought to know the law. He didn't do it. I
oh
must have
no,
said,
they're
look
not
up the
going to.
law. The cop agreed. See, for the first time ever, when I pushed record, it fucking recorded. And when I went in there, because I went, oh my God, what am I in for? But I'm going in there. They're not ripping me off for $40. So then I cancel my order because they're treating me so shitty. And I say, I want a receipt. And he goes, well, you have to get that over the internet. And I went, bullshit. I can't. I was supposed to pick it up from here. I want a cancellation. He could have screenshotted the fact that he canceled it. He could have written on a piece of paper his name, my name, the amount of the order was supposed to be a pickup, was not picked up, and sign his name and how much it was. If he didn't really cancel the order and I left, he could have said he gave me the order, and then I'm out $100 because I bought more than just the vitamins. And I'm
Right.
like, no fucking way. I mean, maybe if you're a rich person, you'd go, oh, just let me the fuck out of here. I don't care. But I don't have that kind of money. Anyway, so
Well,
when the cops arrived, they knew I was waiting on a receipt. They knew when they arrived. And they did not get the receipt, which was, I said to them, and it's on tape, just give me a receipt and I'll get out of here. I want to get out of here. So, I mean, I swear to God, they were treating me like a leper. I swear to you, for not wearing a mask.
do you know the two cops that arrested you?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
and the guy at the store, you got his name?
I got his name and I got everything except I don't know what to do next. And
Okay,
and
so
and
what
that would
you
be the
want to do
FOIA
is this.
request.
All right, here, this is what you want to do.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and go to court, get that part of it over with. But in the meantime, you go down to the courthouse and you give them a FOIA request. You have to write down exactly what you want, the date, the time, and the officers that were involved, and the
Okay, wait a
film
minute.
from
Which
the
court do I
place.
go to again?
The court where you're going to go for the mask.
Okay. Okay. And I ask for the FOIA requests.
And they'll instruct you how to do that. You'll probably have to go to the police department and FOIA them. Tell them that these two officers arrested you. You want to FOIA their body cams, and they
Well,
have to
they
give
only
you
had
that.
voice cams.
Okay, well that's fine. They have to give you that.
Well, they wrote down. And we cuffed her up, and she threw herself onto the ground. We cuffed her up, and we did not hurt her. The last 20 plus seconds of the see, when
Okay,
they
so you
grabbed my
also
hands, my
you go
purse went
to that
flying.
place and you tell them you do a FOIA on them for the
They
footage.
said they did that, and the these supposed cops did that. I mean, the lawyer, and the store said the whoever, corporate office wrote back and said, we have no um record of any incident happening at that store on that day, which means the film is gone. They
Well, they're
probably still
saying
have it,
that
but
it didn't happen.
I
They
mean,
can't
they would
get
have
they can't get rid of that footage. They have to keep it. It's just like keeping records for income taxes. They have to
I
hold it for so
know.
long.
Well, I
So
you know,
they have to produce it. Or
well,
if not,
apparently they say it don't exist anymore.
okay, so what you do then is you go ahead and just sue them. You sue that company for not supplying you with the video. You sue the guy at the store for violating your rights, and the two officers. See, what they did was they went outside the color of law, is what it's called, and they violated your rights as a civil person. So they lose their I knew it a minute. Their qualified immunity. So at that point in time, they're no longer officials of the government. They're just people. So you sue both of those officers, and you should be set for about somewhere between 750,000.
Well, I wish I could get a lawyer that would help me. The lawyers are but
There's a
hang
lot
on.
of
Let me finish writing this down. I didn't finish telling you, poor Donna, she's back, but we won't shut up so she could talk. Okay. Qualified immunity. I can't write this very fast. Okay. So then when the second time they took me to the hospital, unbeknownst to me, the cops were planning on releasing me in the hospital. I mean, they were there and they were there and they were there and they gave me this shot, and all of a sudden the cops were gone. And there reaches a point where a nurse comes up to me and she says, we'll let you go if you give us a piss test. And I said, fuck you. Why should I give you a piss test when I'm going back to jail? And she goes, no, you're being released. And I went, well, okay, I'll give you a piss test. I had no idea they could test for 900 things in a piss test.
oh
Anyway,
yeah.
but so then she comes back and I'm thinking, okay, I'm ready to be out of here. And she goes, well, now we need some blood and we need to give you a COVID test. And I started screaming. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. I'm screaming. She knew I was going to be screaming somehow. And she nodded her head, and at least 3 to 4 people came over and held me down. And I'm screaming, I do not consent. And she says to me, you gave up that right when you trespassed. Now, I haven't been to court. There's no court order against me for shit. And
Okay,
they
so
held me
you weren't
down,
charged
took
with
my blood, and
trespassing, so
swabbed my
that's just
nose.
that's another lawsuit.
I know.
They're going to do what they have to. Burn them up, girl. Get all that money you can. To hell with these people.
Yeah,
Make
but I wish I
yourself
could get
better.
somebody to represent me because I'm not very good at
Where
paperwork.
are you at?
I'm in Sacramento, California.
Sacramento. You know, Peggy probably knows some real good civil rights
Well,
attorney.
but she can't. She just did a video like a week ago, maybe a week and a half, going, lawyers, where are you? Leave me a message, email me, whatever. We need some lawyers.
I
And
know
everybody's
a couple, but
for a
they're here in
lawyer.
Florida, so I don't know if they would do you any good or not. But I could find out if they know somebody, and I don't know how I would get in touch with you. I could probably send Perth a email and she could forward it to you or something if she has your.
Okay. Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'll see if I
she's
can
got my
find
email. She's got my email, and we actually Skype sometimes. So, um,
I'd like to do that, but I don't know how the hell to get this fill out the thing. To do the Skype, I tried it several times and it doesn't seem like it works. So I don't know how to do it.
well,
Gary, do
that's
you
the thing.
try?
I think you got to use the exact wording.
Right.
So I have to watch 9 hours of David Wynn Miller to get it. And I haven't done that yet, but I will. And I mean, at the last minute, I'm going to go, one of the meetings with the judge before the, court date where they just keep postponing it for whatever reason, and none of it's mine, you know. Anyway, once they said, the judge said she couldn't hear me. Bullshit, she couldn't hear me. She could read my lips, what I was saying. It was 2 words, Anyway,
Do they 2 words, Colette, were they fuck you?
I wanted them to be. I was so pissed off. They're like, so I don't know. It was a fucking nightmare, and I have what's considered the shrink said that I don't fit into a kind of really a total category, but the closest thing is that I've had weird things, bad things, not nothing like some people, you know, but being treated bad in my life, and I can go from not pissed off in a good mood to 11, in a second. If you piss me off, if you're doing something that really pissed me off, I can just, really get pissed off. Anyway, so I did kind of lose it with the cops, but the point is,
I
if
think they
they
call
had
that a
not thrown me
psychopath.
on the ground, they pushed me into that situation, and I have complex PTSD or something like that, which is, it's kind of like people who were in a war, then they have it, or they were under a lot of pressure, and so, but I haven't been in a war, so it's and a lot of it has to do with shit that happened to me as a kid, that I took the blame for shit I didn't do too many times, and finally I said, I'm over 50, for fuck's sake. I'm not doing that ever again. And you know I probably they really beat the shit out of me and probably took 10 years off of my life out of a wheelchair, but I want to, I see, if I'm going to fill out that information, I have to do it by January 11th because they only give you 1 year.
Okay, so you still have time. What you
Yeah.
can do if you don't spend, I'll try and see if I can find a lawyer out there for you that'll take the case and help you out.
Okay.
Um,
All I can
but
say is
in the meantime, if you have a laptop or a computer where you can get, you can go onto the actual law library and you
yeah.
can start, yeah, and you can see how to do, it'll tell you how to do everything. You can type in there, how do I request a FOIA, and it'll explain how to do it and where you have to do it and how you have to do it. So by, probably by the middle of December, you'll have all that information yourself and probably know more than most attorneys know anyway. So you might as well just do it yourself, and then you
Well,
don't lose anything.
my own lawyer, he hasn't even listened to my side of the story, hasn't asked my side of the story, and he just keeps trying to get me to
He wants
say
you to
I did
cop a
something
plea, so
wrong. And
yeah,
I'm
he
like,
wants you
I
to
didn't
cop
do
a
anything
plea.
wrong, so I'm not admitting to doing anything wrong. Do you understand me? I didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
And
All he's doing is trying to get you to cop a plea so they can get it over with, and because he
I've
doesn't
done that
really.
twice and I got fucked for years. Now they did remove the shit, but the fact was I wasn't fucking guilty. And I said, oh, just it'll cost so much to for the state to even do this shit that I don't want to be a burden, just whatever. And then they put me on probation where I didn't have to report to anybody. All I had to do was not get in trouble on anything for 2 years. And
Right.
which I didn't do anything fucking wrong. I mean, uh,
It's
I
hard
never
if
did anything wrong.
once they get you in the system, it's hard to get out because they'll find some reason or other to get you right back in there. And to me, it sounds like you don't have a problem voicing your opinion, which means that you wouldn't have a problem standing there in front of the judge representing yourself. And when you start laying down facts and the U.S. codes and all that stuff, there's nothing they can do, and they're going to dismiss the charges. And if you do a lawsuit, you're not going to be in front of the judge. You're going to look at all that stuff, and you'll end up winning the lawsuits. You know
Yeah,
that the two officers, you can actually take their pension, their jobs, and possibly their homes.
well, I do have this one. When I was calling around looking for a lawyer, I
Uh-huh.
ran into this thing that is supposedly nonprofit and or something. I don't know where they get their money, but anyway, they're supposedly not affiliated with um the system, and they help people. Now they'll only help me do the cops, only the cops, but um so the store and the hospital I got to do on my own, and the manager. I'm not sure if I'm going to sue the store, but I actually can sue the store because the store wrote out a store policy
Yep.
saying that we want you to discriminate. And that was part of the thing on my recording was that I said, I, I want it, you know, and then when I had the lawyer,
And
the
it
lawyer,
sounds, it sounds like you're being an asshole to do all that, but really, that's kind of what's wrong. Nobody stands up for their rights and everything, and they just let it go, and they
I
push us
know,
deeper and deeper in a hole we can't get out. And people have to start standing up. And
I know.
I'll
Well,
do it. I can. Perth can give you my email address, and I'll do everything I can to help you. Because this is all
okay.
bullshit. The whole thing's bullshit. I mean,
I can do that.
Was,
I had an old man harass me in a Burger King, and he just touched me. He put his hand on my shoulder and said, "You got to go outside. You're not wearing your damn mask. You're trying to kill everybody." I just called the sheriff's department, and when the sheriff got out there, the old man hung himself. He went out there running his mouth for about 5 minutes. The sheriff came in there and says, "What's going on?" All I did was look at him and said, "You know US 18242?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "The old man put his hands on me. He verbally harassed me, and then he put his hands on me. That's 10 years, $10,000 fine. You need to handcuff him and get him the fuck out of here." And I just kept eating my hamburger. I'd ordered lunch. And he went outside and handcuffed the old man and hauled his ass off.
well, I'll use that one too. What I'm going to do is get as much information as I can from hopefully they're not listening, from the lawyers who aren't helping really.
No,
They're supposed to get
yeah.
this shit. I have emails where I emailed them so I can, prove that this is not my fault. And then one of them, the judge says she couldn't fucking hear. They just keep, but you know what? Then Peggy comes up with something the next week and I just add it to the pile. I'm like, at the last minute, I'm going to say, I don't want this lawyer anymore because I've had lawyers before. I've told them what to say. They get up there and say everything. And they don't say what I told, 3/4 of what I told them to say. They don't say, and I'm pissed off about it. And the very first judge said I would be able to get up there and tell my own story. So I don't need the lawyer to represent me because I don't trust
No,
him
that's
to
your
say the right
regular.
thing.
It's your civil rights. You're allowed to represent yourself.
And then I'm just gonna have a speech and put it out there and but really,
Well, that's what I
seriously,
was saying. If you'll
who
get
in
on
the
the
hell is
internet,
going to pay for the whole court case to go to actual court for not wearing a mask when they know damn good and well? And see, even the governor's shit that the governor wrote, it says in there for medical exemptions, big letters, exemptions. If you have trouble breathing, you are exempt. If you have a religious if you have a religious belief, you are exempt. I have a religious belief. I believe God told me stop putting that shit in your body after I got a tetanus shot and I broke out in this whole rash. So, and then the other one, it says if it's going to cause mental issues, you don't have to wear a mask. Well, I have mental issues. If you put a mask on me, I start to freak out because I can't breathe. I'm breathing through one nostril. Get the fucking thing off of me. Anyway, so I might have threw a shit fit through the thing and used the word fuck about 900,000 times. Perth would be so proud of me.
that's
But it's
fine.
natural.
As long as
Even
it
my
wasn't in the
daughter.
courtroom, that's fine. You can't say that in the courtroom. But if you'll spend some time in the law library, you'll learn all of the language and how to present it, and you'll walk in there like a boss, man. You'll own those people, and you'll
Well,
walk out.
see, I think it needs to be thrown out of court in the first
They
place
shouldn't have never
because
even
the
been there.
manager did not do his job and
Right.
the police did not do their job. So
Well, see,
anything else that happens after they threw me on the ground and need me in the back, I don't care. I have medical psychiatric guy who will attest to the fact that that kind of shit pushes me over the edge. And we can't really, there's not a name for the way she is yet.
I
But
think they call
you
that
do that shit,
psychopath.
it's like, and then they had me in the hallways at the hospitals and I'm still screaming. I'm like, look up the fucking law, for God's sakes, look up the fucking law.
Well,
Get me the fuck out of here. I don't even belong here. I just kept going on and on. And I'm screaming the word fuck, and they're going, well, this is a hospital, you have to be quiet. And I'm so pissed off the first time I was in there, and I'm screaming, I don't fucking care. Put the kids in a fucking room. Put me in a fucking room. Well,
see, you just happen to
I
understand how things are
I
supposed to
got
be.
the bill, the patient's bill of rights from the hospital. And it says that I am entitled to privacy. I'm entitled to privacy. They didn't give it to me. If I used the word fuck, too damn bad. Because at one point a nurse said something and I said, well, then put me in a room and shut the fucking door.
Colette, the next time if it happens again, you turn around and say to them, if they object to that word, tell them that only intellectuals use that word and say to them, it says a lot about you.
No, this is what I'm going to say. It's in the dictionary, number one. If it's in the dictionary, it's fair game. And right now, the entire world is saying fuck, and the letters of whoever is in charge who's fucking with their lives. Fuck Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Fuck Dan Andrews. Fuck, 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 fuck. Everybody is using the word fuck. So get out of my face. I'm going to use the word sensitive. You're word sensitive, but it doesn't matter because I didn't use. I mean, I have it on tape. They treated me like a leper. I swear to you, they treated me like I was a leper. Stand 6 feet back. It was it was the second time they did it to me, and the first time came back. See, this is part of my mental problem. You fuck with me once, then it sticks in my mind. You fuck with me again the same way. It, it's like you did both of them. And so anyway, I you know anyway, I have it on tape. Maybe I was an obnoxious person when I was in there, but it said all vitamins half price. Give me a fucking break. I'm going to check. You know. Anyway, I just I'm gonna have my story, and I haven't quite got it ready yet. But shit, the next date isn't even till the 5th of January. Anyway, so and you basically get together with the judge, and the judge tries to talk you into a bunch of shit. They want the store to have the right to say I can't come into that store for an entire year. And I'm like, if that goes on my record, fuck that shit. That says I did something wrong. Fuck that shit. I'm not doing it. Then they came back and they went, well, if you go to anger management, because I was doing a lot of screaming, but they pushed me over the edge. Anyway, and all I was screaming most of the time was California Civil Code 51. What the fuck don't you know it for? You got a goddamn gun on your side.
Colette, that's no different. No, that's no different to the guy in the hospital when he came in and he says to me very calmly, okay, he says to me, "Are you do you have depression?" And I said, "Are you asking me, am I depressed?" I said, "Hell the fuck yeah." I said, "I don't want to be in here." I said, "Let me go home." I said, "I won't be depressed." They're looking for reasons to label people with
Yeah,
mental
well,
health.
they also the cop put me in the car. After they put me in the car, the cop got he they went through my purse to find my ID, and that pissed me off because I thought they couldn't do that without a woman present, and there was no fucking woman present. And I was pissed. It was like I was being so fucking violated, and I didn't have nothing illegal in there. But I have, I'm a mother, so I have pouches of all this shit that you probably don't need once in 2 years, but you carry it around. Anyway, he's picking out every little fucking thing and looking at it like a goddamn 4-year-old that doesn't know what a a little thing of dental floss is. Anyway, and I'm freaking out in the fucking car, and he did it 3 times after they took my ID out of my purse to fucking aggravate me. That's a whole nother law they broke. They're not allowed to sit there and intimidate you. And he was doing it to get my reaction, and people, and they're like, well, we've seen the reaction of you inside the fucking car, and I'm like, okay, I want the hood of the car fucking shit, because without the hood of the car fucking shit, you don't know why I'm freaking out, except that you do, because I am screaming. When you act like a 4-year-old fucking kid. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of my purse. Get the fuck out of my purse. And he put it down, and I was having trouble sitting up, and so I kept, having to lay back down on the couch. I mean, oh my God. And my legs were in the sitting position, and I couldn't sit up. It was too painful to sit up with my hands cuffed behind my back. And so I laid down, and I didn't have the strength to pick my legs up and put them on the fucking chair so that I would have a straight back. Oh my God, I was fucking miserable. And every time I got up on my, my elbow a little bit, then I see this guy's going through my, it's like he pulls the purse back over and starts going through it again. And I'm like, fuck you people. I was abused, period, for no reason, and it was illegal. And they broke this law and this law and this law and this law and this law, and the manager broke this law and this law and this law and this law. And I know cops are allowed to lie, but the cop said, if you step outside, I will look up the law. He never ever looked up the law, and it was like. And then once they
Colette,
threw me in jail, I kind of turtled up.
Colette, you should have called him a lying fuck.
Oh, I called him fuck everything. I think I called him everything but bastards. And I'm sure I said, I wish you were dead, and I wish your wife was died. You and your family and your kids would all die.
So you were pulling a what do you call it? An Eric Brandt. I wish you were dead.
Oh my God. Apparently, yeah, and they got that on tape too. And it's like, after you need me in the back, all bets are off. You didn't say we're going to need you to put your hands behind your back. At which point I would have said, I'm waiting on a fucking receipt, which I kept repeating it. All the cop had to do was go get a fucking receipt, period. They did not do their job. Anyway, I'll shut up now so somebody else can talk.
Hey, Eve, how you doing?
I can't hear. Is she cracking up for you?
Yeah, Heath is you're roboting big time. Getting feedback from you, Heath, and roboting, yeah.
Oh my God, it's Heath. They stopped putting the names. Maybe.
I put the link because some people apparently were saying that they couldn't see chat. So
Oh.
Heath, can't
How you doing, Heath?
He's probably, give him a minute. I'd say he's working on his sound or whatever.
Well, mine said go get close to the router. And there's no fucking way I'm getting close to the router. It's in a bad place. So part could be me.
No, it's not, because I can hear you coming through Heath's and I can hear myself coming through Heath's. So
yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm basically going to go. So many laws were broke before they need me in the back that, because the manager telling me to wear a medical device is impersonating a doctor. That's a felony.
Just a second. Heath, if you can hear me, mate, now that you've muted yourself, there's no feedback. So whatever is happening there, it's obviously got something to do with your mic or headphones or whatever it is. Gary, did you say that you were having problems loading up Skype or finding anybody on Skype?
I tried to do the account, and I tried to do that, and so I could talk with you, and I never could get it to work.
Remember when I said to you that I will attempt to find you, but you need to put a picture up.
Okay.
You need to put a picture up and then let me know what the picture is, Because, for example, to put your name into Skype, right? Your first name and last name or whatever you want to use on Skype, if there's no picture, 9 times out of 10, so many come up with the same friggin' name, and then you don't know who's who if there's no picture, right?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying to you. If you can get into the account, put up a picture where they tell you to put up a profile pic or whatever, and then let me know what it is or what the picture, like, you know, what I'm looking for. Is it a dog? Is it a picture of you? Is it a whatever? Heath, if you can hear me, it has disconnected you. It says device is not connected. Okay, we're back. Got feed. Yeah, I've still got feedback. Heath.
Hey, thanks for the help, Gary.
Hey, no problem. Like I say, any way I can help you out, will. You know, I'll try and get you an attorney out there, but
Okay, well,
if you just go to the law library, you're smart enough. You'll figure all that out. It's really easy once you get into it.
I just know that if you fuck up one word, you can fuck it up. So I don't want to fuck up one word, and I wish I had a little bit of help, but I don't fucking trust any lawyers. So I don't know. I'm like overwhelmed with paperwork, and I got paperwork for Social Security that's in a court case, and I got paperwork that's for the IRS wants to charge me taxes on something that I didn't earn in that year, and then so of course the state got a hold of that too, and they're just being assholes. But I finally got what I need, was a break. I'd gotten a lump sum of money that my husband quit giving me my share of the retirement money, so they held money until I got the paperwork they wanted filled out and in front of a judge and signed by for some other who the hell knows what. But anyway, 3.5 years later, and a lawyer took 3 times to get it right, and a lot of fucking money. They anyway, they want to I just have to get with them now. But it reached the point where, I mean, there's nobody you can talk to. I went in there and I said, here's my paperwork, which says from them that they were withholding the money. And you know when it was paid out in a lump sum, and this is a 44 months. You divide that lump sum by 44 months. I didn't make enough to pay taxes. Now get off my back. And they're like, no, we don't care. We don't care. We want you to get that company, which is a state company, to take that W-2 form and make it into 5 W-2 forms, because it was 3 years and 8 months. And somehow it ended up to be in a 5-year period. And I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so at least 4. They were going to have to make this what they're telling me. You call them up and get them to change it, something from 2017 into 4 separate W-2 forms. And I went, you got to be fucking kidding. Anyway, apparently they don't like the IRS. And it was the first time they were ever nice to me when I called them, because they didn't like me after 3.5 years. I was a bitch, It was like, oh God, don't answer the phone. We know that one. Anyway, because I couldn't fill out their paperwork. And then finally, I had to go get a lawyer. He couldn't fill it out. And they were so fucking picky. Anyway, she goes, well, we're mad at the IRS because they make us pay it in one lump sum, but I'll have somebody write it up and you should get it in 7 days. And I'm thinking, 7 fucking days? Since when does the government do anything in 7 days, Anyway, I got it in 7 days, and it basically said that the lump sum of blah, 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 this was the breakdown of when it was earned, and put the years and how much was earned. And I don't have to pay taxes because I didn't make enough. Anyway, it reached the point. I mean, then they don't answer the phone. Or it'll answer the phone, ask you, put in 42 numbers, and then say, put you on hold for 10 minutes, and then come back and say, everybody's busy right now, call back on a different date, and hang up.
Yeah,
Well,
just
hang on 1 second, guys. Sloth, I'm going to boot you out because obviously it's not where you want to be. Sorry, I didn't see the damn friggin' messages. I'm going to boot you out and then jump back in, and you can sit at the bottom.
Okay, I should, let somebody else talk.
Just let me address chat for a second.
Okay.
Hey, Des. Gut, I did get what you were saying about posting the comments, but I don't know if that is a something that I can do because I don't actually pay for StreamYards. I think to have that ability, you need to pay for StreamYards. So yeah, I mean, for me to copy and paste each comment one at a time up there, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So yeah, I don't think that comes with the unpaid version of StreamYards. But Colette, I will pass if Gary passes his info or whatever he's got, I'll pass you his email, and
Okay.
then you can sort of go from there. That's not a problem.
I'll drop
Or
down
I'll
and put
send
it
you
in
my
private
phone number
chat.
and you can just give it to him.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's it.
Because
Gary's okay
email,
with
I
that.
gotta type on the phone. I gotta type on a little phone. I'm not behind a computer. I'm and I can't see and I can't hear. I want everybody to use all caps all the time.
Hey, people, there's a reason why I type in caps, because not everybody can see.
That's me. I want it. I see where you're typing and I'm like, yeah, I want to put on all caps too. And then, you put it on, they go, stop screaming at me. It's like, no, I'm not screaming at you. I don't care about YouTube enough to be screaming. If it reaches that point, I just don't respond. I'm not going to have a fucking verbal fight over, in a comment section. Forget it. They can have their opinion and just leave it at that,
Okay.
If I disagree, of course, but I don't know. I've had some.
If you hit the chat button on your phone, it'll take you to private chat. My email's there if you can get it.
If I hit the chat button.
Yeah, it should say Mike and Cam and Cam
Oh,
Mike.
I see. Oh, it says 6. Okay, well, my problem is I hit the chat button and it
goes to a private. It's a private chat. Only the people up here can see it.
Okay, so I hit it, and then how do I get out of it?
Up at the top, there's a little X that you just cancel out.
Okay, let me go look. Oh, I see it.
There you go. That's you. Just send the email there, and we can talk back and forth through there.
Okay, hang on. I moved my piece of paper. Let me find it.
Just when you put in for the subject, say, "Hi, this is Colette."
Okay.
So I'll know who it is.
Okay. I could actually send you mine this way, but I'm not sure I would fuck it up. So, it says chat with the host and other guests. Okay. Well, I'll just send you mine. Mine's easy. Oops. 2, 3, 5. Okay.
Oh,
Oops.
no, don't say it. Just send me an
I'm
email.
sorry.
Say,
I almost fucked up there. Okay. Sorry. I hope I didn't say it. Did I say it?
Oh, okay. Listen, it's okay if anybody starts sending
Shoot me later.
messages. Just let me know.
Okay, yeah, I have to talk to myself because my brain doesn't work right after being in a bad accident with a Mack truck.
I was imagining that there were sunken people floating in the rivers or something.
People are floating in the river.
Oh, listen, anything's possible. Anything. Be prepared, people, for everything and anything.
Well, you know what? I saw this one video of a person that had, since the shot started, had had the obituary. Well, it was like the newspaper article on this person died or whatever, and there must have been 80 athletes of all ages, and a whole bunch of them died while doing their sport, say running or um, in the gym or whatever, and but while they were, huffing and puffing, in other words, and it went on for 10 minutes, and he just flashed them for like 3 seconds and then flashed the next one and flashed the next one. And then at the end, they started flashing faster. And I swear it went on for 10 minutes. And I don't know. I, I'm I'm afraid that there's going to be a lot of dead people here real quick.
There will be, Colette, but don't ever get scared. The fact is the one thing that people don't realize, like I said, we are the weapon. We're looking for people to save us. We're looking for this, that, and the other. We are it. We are it. We're way stronger than what we may think. You know what I mean?
Great comment.
Pardon?
Great comment.
You
Biden's getting that surgery. Kamala's in charge.
It's true, mate. When I saw this fucking video, I started laughing. I thought, oh my God, like, do you really want the public to know you're the president of a country, but you want people to know you're getting ass surgery? Fucking great. That's like he might as well just fart at the fucking podium. Has he done it yet? Have I missed that?
He has. I think he's seen himself.
Yeah, I think he's farted several times.
Oh, you're kidding me.
But if you want me to believe that guy is running anything, he's not running anything.
He was, Colette, he was put there so that people think, okay, America has fallen, right? Look what's leading the country. And it's been it's been a joke for the whole world, basically.
I know, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, but see how now that they're ready and they're pushing this shit in the States, see how very, very nicely he's off to get our surgery, and who's replacing him? The same bitch that stood on stage and turned around and said the hospitals are full of vaccinated people, and the journalists are saying to her, "Oh no, that's a conspiracy theory," and she goes, "No, it's fact. Let me repeat it again." So even after all the junk and the lies that they've told people, she's got the balls to tell them, "No, it's fact. The hospitals are full of vaccinated people." She's the bitch that is probably related to Hillary. I hate to say it. She's probably related to Hillary. So my thing to the US people, watch out. Watch out. Forget about him. He's going to get fucking, like I said, ass surgery. She's the one that you need to worry about.
Well, they're trying to pass a bill that in 1970, a billionaire had to pay like 89% taxes. Now they pay 3.4% taxes. My fucking daughter's paying 25% taxes. What the fuck? And now this new bill says they go, oh, it's supposed to tax the rich. Tax the rich. Now they only going to have to pay 3% taxes for billionaires who don't pay any taxes anyway because they keep their fucking money offshore. I don't know. It's amongst a million. Oh, amongst giving families $100,000 fucking dollars because they got separated when they came across the border illegally, and
Yeah, isn't
it's
that sweet? We're all going without, and they want to give them money so
right.
they can do their
And,
thing.
and enough money to put a major to pay a third of a house, a good house. We don't
California's
have
a
that kind
little
of money.
expensive. Yeah, I know. California's a little expensive. I went out there, was thinking about doing a job out there. When I started looking around for housing, it was like, oh my God.
Yeah. And there's this major problem right now that the houses, the things are going so fast. This piece of property, we saw it and in the morning and saw it three other places and then put a bid on it, went to go put a bid on it. There was already a bid on it. If somebody put a bid on this house and they'd never seen the house in person and they took their 3 weeks or whatever they had and probably gave up $500 or so. I don't know what they give up. Maybe they don't give up anything, but it was like they put a hold on the house and then they got here and they went, oh, it's too busy on the street. Well, they must have came at the exact right time because it's only busy for like 45 minutes twice a day. And we've got a feeder road, which means that we're not right on the main street, Anyway, and there is a traffic light, but it only ever changes if somebody comes out of the little tiny strip mall that's only got three, a UPS and two other places on it. So you have to come out of a strip mall for it to trigger the light. So it almost never gets triggered. So the traffic just keeps moving through. It's not like, it's a stoplight and everybody stops and you hear all the, they just keep moving through. It's not bad at all because I used to live right next to a transfer train station and each train had their own horn whistle. And in the middle of the night, they would horn whistle each other like they were talking to each other. It drove me crazy. Anyway,
Oh, can I just want to interrupt here. Another little nugget for the Aussies, okay? If anybody out there is having, or anybody that is having problems for some odd reason, if they've had their benefits taken away, by benefits I mean it can be anything from a pension to old age pension to disability pension to unemployment to job seeker to whatever, okay? So, anybody out there that's had their benefits taken away, I found out that the reason that this is happening to people, and they're literally telling people, oh no, you need to go do this and this and this, and then you need to reapply, right? Because all these people were taken off for no good apparent reason. Well, it turns out, after speaking to the Human Rights Commission, after speaking to the office here in Perth, the Welfare Rights Commission, I discovered, okay, that the reason that people are being taken off all different sorts of pensions, and I'm talking people that are paraplegic, that you clearly know, okay, that are deserving of a disability pension, right? It has nothing to do with people's health, to what degree they are disabled. It's got nothing to do with that. It's simply got to do with the government doesn't want to pay the money. So for any time that you even think that you can just go in there and get information and ask a question or this, that, and the other, or whatever, right? Be very fucking careful because that's how they got everybody. The woman from the welfare rights was telling me, she goes, you have no idea how many people we talk to on a weekly basis, where they've had one form or another of a benefit removed, and they're trying to fight to get their benefits back. But the way that they also designed it now is that you have to literally, basically, and it's too long to go into detail, they get you chasing your own tail for 18 months. Then they tell you after 18 months you can go now and reapply, right? But the problem is when you go back to reapply, then they turn around and go, well, we don't want to know what you've been doing for 18 months. We want to know what your status is today. So they've made it impossible for the people that they have taken off the benefits. They've made it impossible for those same people to go back and get benefits. So if you know anybody that is in that situation, that has had that done to them, tell them if they're here in WA to ring up the Welfare Rights Office. It's not the Human Rights thingy, it's the Welfare Rights Office, and they will get the information, they will get it explained to them, just like I did. They will get it explained to them as to why they no longer can get the benefit that they were on. Gary, are you reading private chat?
Yeah, some of that stuff was funny.
Jackie Cooney, Chinese billionaires, they can't own private property in China. They have their own real estate agents.
Well, we kind of have this employment thing that's called OSHA, and OSHA looked at the law and basically said it's against the law to do a mandate on people like that. So, and it was only about 2 weeks ago, and OSHA is like our human rights thing. And so I don't know. A lot of people, that was really good news for a lot of people because, well, especially if they hadn't got the jab, but if they've already got you suckered into a mess, then
Whoops, we just lost Gary.
Oh
Can
yeah.
you stream a little of this video? It is Melbourne today. Am I going to get busted for streaming it, mate? I don't know if there's a copyright on it. I don't know if there's a copyright on it. Am I going to get busted? I don't think Marty would mind. Marty. Who's Marty? Why have I heard that name before? Marty.
How can you keep dust out of your house?
You can't.
Every place I've ever lived, I say this is the dustiest fucking place I ever lived. Well, my daughter didn't like the backyard being cement, so she had them take it out, and now it's dirt. And there is the plan is to plant seeds. We have the seeds. We're waiting for the ground to get to the right consistency of mud so we can throw them out there, and then they'll, sink in. And I gotta rake up first because the pine tree dropped a whole bunch of shit. Not our pine tree, but I gotta clean it up.
Yeah. Colette, listen, I hate to do this to you. We've lost Gary. I'm going to have to jump off quickly because I'm getting Skyped. I've got a message and I need to talk to my daughter in Melbourne.
Okay, sorry I talked the whole time.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I only just got the message through like a few seconds ago, so it's not a big issue. To everybody that came by, thank you kindly. Sorry for all the problems of the fucking internet and all the rest of it, whatever the fuck was going on. Obviously, I can see that I won't even be able to do live streams soon on fucking YouTube. But anyway, I'm going to catch everybody next time, hopefully soon. And everybody that is in WA, like I said, if you know of anybody, and if they do want their story out there, all they have to do is just email me and I will put their story out. Because it's pretty sad that people are literally dying after getting a prick and that this is not being seen by other people. So, hey, Benny, catch you later. So, yeah, Gary, thanks for coming up. I will pass that information on, mate. Even though
Okay, well,
did you get the email, Colette?
yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'll
Okay,
just email him my phone number. Do
not
you
a
know where
problem.
he is? Do you know where he is?
No, but I'm sure he will tell you where he is and he'll explain to you.
Okay, I think he's in. He's not in Pacific time. I think he's East or West, because we said what time it was when you first started, and he
Colette,
said
can you
his
just
time.
tell me something? On your phone, how
Yeah,
many people does it show that are viewing this?
I can't. I can't see that.
Okay, anybody in the chat, right? If you can see, how many viewers are there here at the moment? Is it 3?
Man, you had a video on BitChute that I watched it, and it was just so much information for my brain.
I know, right? Some of the stuff is just unbelievable.
I know. They I don't know. They I've been trying to I watch a few things on YouTube, but I've been I kind of do a binge watch thing, and then I reach a point where I can't look at any more of it for a few days.
Yeah.
So but it the thing is that it's out there, and
Well,
like
listen, if anybody wants to be re-educated or whatever, or has finally decided to open up their mind, all you got to do is go to BitChute, look for Perth Observer. You'll see my picture there. I try to put the best information that I can find from all platforms on there. Um, we can't do any more than that. I mean, shit, there's going to be way better channels than mine, maybe with even more friggin' information than mine. But I'm new to BitChute, so I don't know. I tend to sort of keep away from the bigger channels, and I kind of stick with the mediocre channels to get info, whatever. They get more of people's, like people that are just on the street with a mobile phone or whatever. Um, because that is truth. You're looking at it, they're streaming it right there on their phones. But yeah,
yeah,
all the information that you need, you can find on there if you've decided that you want to open your mind a bit and give it a chance. Listen to it. You don't have to believe it. Nobody's telling you to believe it. But keep an open mind and just listen. On that note, people, I got to go. I did check
okay.
private chat, and yeah, pass that information in the email, Gary. Um, you don't want to be putting too much out there. I mean, fuck, I talk about everything, but still, it doesn't matter. I mean, look what they're doing to my live streams. Um, anyway, I will catch everybody soon, and
Okay.
I don't know when that will be because I'm in dilemmas over my brother and social trainers deciding on taking my bro to doctors that they're not supposed to be taking my doctors to, and stuff like that. So there's domestics going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and constant fucking calls all day, where sometimes I don't get off the phone from 9 o'clock till 1, 2 in the afternoon. Um, So, yeah, and then being enlightened by the fact that my doctor doesn't want us to have a D-dimer test. So remember that, people. And randomly just go to your doctor and ask your doctor that you want to do a D-dimer test. And if he asks why, just say, "Oh, listen, I'm hearing stuff or whatever, just for peace of mind. Can I go?" And see if he sends you, or see if he really starts questioning you. And if he really starts questioning you, then turn around and say, "Well, the vaccinated people are saying that they get blood clots, so can I go for the D-dimer?" And see if his attitude changes. Okay? See if his attitude changes. And on that note,
What?
people,
Did
I
you
am
have
going.
the shot when you were in the hospital?
Fuck no. Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. That's what I'm trying to find out at the moment. I did send paperwork off to find out if they swabbed me in the ambulance or on admission. And I'm waiting to get that information back. But if they did without my consent, that's a lawsuit. So,
Well, well, they held me down and shit, jammed that, and I'm screaming. I have a deviated septum, and she just jammed it and jammed it. And then
yeah.
I could hear in the background going, "There's blood on this one." No fucking kidding, lady. Anyway,
Jacob,
the whole thing drama.
I don't want to let you up, mate, because I'm about to head off. I've got a Skype call
Okay,
with my daughter in Melbourne, so I've got to go, people. I'll catch you all later, yeah?
okay, bye everybody.